It's only been a few days and we already got the like goal for my Florence campaign here, which is giving me the idea that you guys are actually enjoying my campaign. So I'm proposing something else. If we get 7,000 likes in the first week after this bit is out, we're gonna do a 5 parts mega campaign as Florence, where we go through the entirety of EU4 till the end date, and then we can make a compilation similar to my Russia mega campaign. Link to that one in the description, by the way. Now, to catch up, some of you that have not watched the first bit, you'll find that also in the description below. We've already vassalized Lucca, we've got Bologna, we spawned the Renaissance in Siena, and we've got a pretty decent foothold in the south tip of the Italian peninsula. Now, up next, we're gonna, of course, be declaring our war against the Aragonese. We're gonna get joined in by the Venetians, Mantua, and Savoy, so we've got all the troops we need. But the allies of Aragon, namely Genoa and the Pope, are both at war with the Ottomans. So I'm thinking to give it a couple of years, wait at least 1 year at least, you know, and then see maybe they're not gonna join on the side of Aragon. Let's check the situation here. So Aragon, oh, this is bad. So Castile has Isabel de Trastamara, which means that whenever Isabel comes to power and the current leader is 35 years old, they're gonna get the union over Aragon, because that's gonna be different gender leadership. So I probably should push for this war sooner rather than later then. Yeah, I hate saying it, but I feel like that's definitely the right choice here. We would really need at least 6 more galleys to properly counteract the Aragonese fleets. We're going a little bit over our force limit, but it's fine. We're gonna get a lot more naval force limit after we take their provinces, because we're aiming to get all of the Sicilian bits as well as all of Sardinia. That is the most optimal peace deal, of course. It's not necessarily the one we're gonna go for. It's gonna depend also on our aggressive expansion, which right now is not too high, but it definitely is up there, right? So we got to be really careful with that stuff. We are allied to both the Austrians and the French, so whatever the case, I don't think anyone's actually going to declare on us, since we have pretty strong connections, boyos. Actually, I'm going to keep the ships in the Genoese node until I finish my galleys. I am going to send a gift to Lucca so I can start integrating them. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to take too much to integrate them, but we can start it now. And oh my god, seriously, well, that is a horrible event to get right there. Getting them integrated means we're not going to lose one more Diplo relations monthly, because right now we got 7 out of 6 Diplo relations, so that's kind of hurting us a tiny little bit. Actually, I just realized I didn't get a royal marriage with them. If I had a royal marriage, I wouldn't need to send the money, and I wouldn't need to waste the money, essentially, bro. I need to pay more attention to these things. Okay, so this is actually only going to take a few months. No, it's going to take a year and 2 months. Okay, that's fine. Let's give out the nobility integration policy in that case. So it's a little bit faster. They're still pretty loyal, and now it's going to take 1 month less than it did before. Oh boy, we got to make a choice, lads. We got to choose either to stay in the Holy Roman Empire or leave. Now, let's see what's going on here. Ferrara is still in the HRE because I'm guessing they're allied to the Emperor. Yes, they are. Okay, we're going to stay allied to the Emperor also for now, but we likely will leave the HRE later down the line. Let's see how things go, I guess. It is still in our benefit right now to stay in the HRE for a little while. We're going to get a claim on Ragusa too, so we can attack them whenever the chance arises. Right now, they got no allies, so the chance kind of has arisen. But no, I'm going to prioritize Aragon. Also, Hungary ate most of freaking Serbia here, so a potential Serbian vassal after I get the lands in Ragusa is definitely on the table. Same goes for the Bosnians, so I could replace Lucca, Bologna with Serbia and Bosnia. But all that being said, it is a great day to be us, because the French finished their war. They fully annexed Provence, so that sucks a little bit for us because we wanted the southern bits. We're just playing into our RNG here, and we're going to be calling our beloved French allies in the war against Aragon. Now, of course, this also means we don't need to call everybody else in this war, but I'm gonna call a few other people in because I just want to have a little bit of an easier time, and I kind of want to give Savoy the last province of Genoa, so we get rid of a nation that would just have aggressive expansion with us, right? I think most of the provinces Genoa has in the east are gonna get annexed by the Ottomans anyway, so I don't mind giving Savoy what's left over here, right? Oh, and the best part, we can also get 10% morale of armies and national unrest reduction from our second plutocratic idea. Bro, this is, I mean, no choice about it. it, really. The bright side, that did lower my autonomy in Avellino, so we got that going for us. I'm not so much worried about the ships of the Genoese and the Pope, because they literally lost all of their ships, so it's not going to be any sort of a challenge to defeat what's left, where they have like 12 cogs. All right, boys, time for the war ski, and we're going to, of course, focus primarily on these guys first, take them out of the war. Once we've got the Pope out, it's going to be a little bit easier dealing with the rest of this, and I'm hoping the French are going to mostly do the heavy lifting against the Aragonese. I'm going to give orders to France to occupy these provinces here. I'm going to assign objectives for them, and I will be occupying the Sicilian and Sardinian provinces myself, since I want to, you know, annex those for myself, obviously. Suffice to say, when we have 100,000 units against 26, it's going to be a very easy war, boys. The biggest problem is not going to be the war itself. The biggest problem is going to be getting as many provinces without getting a massive coalition in the process, I guess. Right now, taking what I want to take, this is what it's going to look like. So actually, it's not too bad, because they're not a part of the HRE, and of course, they're not in the same culture group as the Germans or the Italians. So me taking provinces from an Iberian culture nation that is not a part of the HRE is not as bad as it would be otherwise, I guess. Wait a second. Do these guys even have... No, they don't have this as vital interest. Oh, that's tough. Okay, so let's give it over to Savoy and see if they would. No, we got you, boys. We got you. They would still accept this. 103, 102. I am a-okay with it. There you go. We got rid of an annoying OPM, potential OPM. What did the No, they still exist. They got 2 provinces. The Ottomans did not fully annex them. Oof. Whatever. They're over in Crimea's problem now. They're not my problem anymore. From the Pope, we want to go, of course, for a humiliation, so we increase our PP to 100. Trade power and war operations. We're not focusing on the money too much, because the money's going to be divided between us and the French. Let's face it, the French pulled most of the heavy lifting, so they're going to get the bigger cut out of that. I like how France still has not... Oh, come on. Really? That's disappointing. I like how France still hasn't gone and attacked the Aragonese yet. They're literally just chilling there, man. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. Why don't they just siege down what I tell them to siege down? Come on, France. For once in your life, be useful. Please, just do it, man. Here's a proper question, boys. When did Bavaria unify? Because I literally just noticed it right now. I was like trying to improve relations with the southern HRE nations, and I'm like, whoa, hold up a second. Bavaria be here? Since when, y'all? I mean, that is definitely very surprising to me. All right, we destroyed their fleet too, so now we can do the peace deal. Everything I said earlier, and that's about it. Let's bring this guy back home, Yus. There you go. Oh yeah, baby. 96 power projection. Just how I like it. You know, I just realized I probably should have made them cancel me as their rival. That would have been the better option. Oh man, sometimes I'm really small brain, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not upset about this falling at 483 days. I am upset about it going to 42% after like 4 ticks and then staying on 42% for the next 2 freaking years, bro. Come on. On the bright side, now the French are actually pushing in and they're gonna absolutely destroy the rest of Aragon. Not sure why they refused to before, but I mean, it is what it is, really. This game works in mysterious ways most of the times, let's face it. The mysterious way of the AI bypassing all forms of fortification for once, right? Holy mother, we literally completely destroyed their whole freaking fleet here. Hot dying. We got 99% as well, so I feel like I should just enforce. I don't need to push it any longer. I could take Molise too. Oh my god, I am so doing it right now. That being said, I just got excommunicated and I need to buy indulgence, so I'm gonna get a few loans to do that, and if I do it now, it's gonna cost less than it would after I get the other provinces from the Aragonese, right? So let's wait for a month to pass, then we stop being excommunicado, and then we can do our peace deal. Bring this guy back from the Chevesorlons, and Buyas Nokos, no more excommunicado. Very few nations would give a schnaps about me taking all these provinces and Dariago. We've essentially gotten half of Italy from just 3 provinces in 20 freaking years. It is freaking insane how fast we expanded right now. My last run as the Florentines, I was lucky because I became a papal controller, so I am going to be gunning for it, but as you probably imagine, my relations with the Pope are not really amazing. So yeah, let's bring our armies back home. Let's core up all of the provinces we took. We got no admin points. Holy mother, I just realized we got no admin points. Ooh, and we are at peace now and we have less than 2 stability. So the bonfire of the vanities will likely trigger in a year, which is going to give me stab cost. Oh god, this is so bad. Okay, well, that means for the next few years, we're just chilling. We're not attacking anybody, especially since the Ragusa disappeared here apparently. So that plan is out the window, of course. And we're going to finish our disasters, pay off our loans, consolidate our hold, and then after we can expand and get the rest of the Italian peninsula, as is my plan for this run. And then after, develop the schnapps out of it and get that 10,000 income in here. Holy shit, the Iberian wedding just triggered. We managed to get our provinces just in freaking time. Now, we're still gonna have to fight the Castilians, unfortunately, because they still have 2 provinces here. And we won these 2 provinces, obviously, right? And right now, they are a junior partner of Castile with cores on all of us. So I wouldn't be too surprised if the Castilians will try to attack me if I'm weakened. I'm not weakened, though. So that means I'm just gonna have to attack the Castilians myself whenever the chance arises. The French would join in. Whoa! Hold up, Schnecken boys. Eventually it's gonna happen after we reconsolidate ourselves, of course, obviously. Alright, hold up a second. What is this? Savonarola rises. Okay, so we got the disaster, boys. We are now a millenarian theocracy. This disaster allows us to either restore the Medici eventually and become a republic, or stay as a theocracy. If you're a multiplayer Chad Lord, then you're likely gonna want to stay as a theocracy, but if you're a single player scuba doob like I am, you're likely gonna want to stay as a republic. So I don't know, debatable. Let's see. The millenarian theocracy is technically a republic at start, but things change, boys. Things definitely change. I will actually go back to the Medici. The theocracy path is not too bad either. I don't know. I did stay Medici last time I played this campaign. Maybe I'll go theocracy. I haven't decided. I'll figure it out and I'll decide as I go along the campaign, I guess. Now there are a lot of events that start triggering whenever you we just paid not to be excommunicated, so I'm kind of pissed here, not gonna lie. Now if we say the Pope is a heretic, it's gonna lead us towards the restoration of the Medici, or if we assure the Pope that it is simply misguided, then it's gonna lead us down the path to becoming a theocracy. We want to go down and reassert the Medici sovereignty over our country, so we will of course give the middle finger to the Pope in game, not in real life. That is very rude. Never do that, of course. Oh boy, now our alliances are gonna collapse because of it. Oh snaps. People don't be liking us when we have excommunicadoski. Yeah, it's really bad. That's really bad. Hey yo, what? France has arranged for your excommunication to be lifted. Catholic countries can no longer declare war on us without suffering the normal stability hits. What? Did the Pope just die and France become the new career controller? Holy shit, that was really lucky, boys. Medici Agents event again is gonna let you choose either to lean towards the theocracy path more or continue to lean towards the Medici path. Of course, we're gonna be restoring the Medici, even though this guy is actually a freaking Chad Lord. 553 is not bad at all, but we still want the Medici, please. You cannot do a Florence campaign without having the Medici in charge. That's just, you know, we're trying to at least be a little bit historical here, you know. And I was happy a little bit the Ottomans got pushed back, but unfortunately they seem to be winning big time against the Hungarians. They're actually crushing Hungary. They got 38,000 against Hungary's 24,000, and I feel like they're gonna push him back big time. Surprised to see though that Morea is still for freaking some reason still around. I was thinking of offering the vassalization, but they're not on board with it, sadly. I might still be able to take Lance and release Byzantium when I attack the Venetians later down the line, I guess. Yay! We're back to being a Republicus Maximus, boyos. Alright, that's awesome. So we can select our Tier 1 government reform once more, and we got a second stability. The first one we got from the theocrats gaining support, ironically, you know. But hey, we're back on 3 stab. That's what I want. And we've also almost finished coring up everything that we took in the war against the Aragonese, so we're pretty well off now. We're gonna be lowering some more stability because it's gone up like crazy, and we just need a little bit more, and then we're over to 20% crown loan. So I'm just probably gonna develop some provinces a little bit. I am right now 9 years ahead of tech for both admin and diplo, so I can use admin and diplo points. Not so much military, which I'm a little bit behind actually. And I'm actually gonna get the 1 extra merchant since I need him assigned over in Ragusa. I wanted to to get the military tech, but it's fine. By the time we get to war, we'll have the military tech required. But now by getting this guy to filter in 1.68 ducats in the Genoese node, we went up to 17 ducats in the Genoese node, and we got 59% trade power in this node as well. So we're making pretty hefty amount of money right now, with 14.54 being basically half of our income just from trade alone. Oh no, Hungary is also getting attacked by the Poles. They just lost half of their country to the Ottomans. Now they're gonna lose the other half to the freaking Poles. This is bad. Hungary is always a really good buffer state in this area, which is why I'm happy to see an independent Hungary and not just a PU of Austria or somebody else. But unfortunately, it looks like the Poles have other plans for them. I do have a few options of attack. I could attack the Milanese and take over Geneva and Parma, which would be the best thing, so I can get more important trade cities, and as such I can get more of the Genoese node. But I will take advantage of the fact that the Austrians are joining me in a war against the Venetians, better yet, because Venice right now is at war with the Hungarians, which have been attacked by 9 different nations in the past 5 seconds. But yeah, the point is that I want to weaken the Venetians, and then afterwards I can focus a little bit on my African future holdings. I'm gonna get some lands there so I can make some trade companies to filter in more trade in the Genoese node, and so that I can get some extra merchants from said trade companies too. Now, to point this out, trade companies don't count, okay? They're not actual land. They don't count, alright? If anybody's like, oh, but Ludi, you say you only take a land in Italy. Trade companies don't count. As long as I make them trade companies, they don't count, alright? That's how it works here. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack them. Set Ravenna as the war target, calling the Austrians, and we're gonna have to be really careful with our fleet, because they do have a very strong fleet, and I don't want to lose my fleet, so I'm probably not going to be using my fleet at all during this particular war. Also going to build this up here. We need to have workshops in every single province, obviously, and we need to be careful because the Venetians have military tech 6. We have military tech 5 still. For a while, that is going to eventually change, but until it does change, we need to be careful, essentially, right? See if we can get military access through these guys and maybe move over here. Yes, we can. I would rather have Brescia, Bergamo taken, because I'm thinking, oh no, actually they don't want to take this for themselves. That's fine in that case. My peace deal is going to look a little bit like this. Basically, I'm going to take this line here plus Ravenna, so I have as many provinces in the Italian peninsula as possible, and this is not too much of an aggressive expansion moment, as well as it's going to give me my initial hold in the Venetian node, so then I can have a secondary trader collecting in the Venetian node. It's not going to get too much now, but eventually it's going to get a lot more once I have the entirety of the Venetian node, right? I also noticed that there's some pretender rebels in Naples, so if we're lucky and the Castilians do not disembark here, right now they're busy with some wars, and if these guys sit here for a few years, they might break away, and then if they're an independent country, of course, we're going to be attacking them so we can take over Naples and Abruzzi, and this way we don't need to worry about a war with the Castilians for just 2 provinces in Italy, right? Also waiting for the truce to finish with these guys so I can attack them too and take a few more provinces from them. I would love to connect my northern and southern provinces, you know. So obviously we have to be mindful of aggressive expansion, meaning if we do attack the Pope, we have to also not take too many provinces from Venice, which is why 4 or 5 provinces is okay in my opinion. Let's try and siege down the Swiss so we can peace them out. I don't want anything from them. Maybe the Austrians might want some stuff, but I'm just gonna do either a white peace or get some money, and that's it. We need to primarily focus on Venice here, not on the Swiss, obviously. Oh, look at this, boys. We can get 3 war score, which is 8 ducats, 0.56 for us, so clearly that's enough for me to piece them out, because the Austrians are getting their asses handed to them, so I'm just trying to, you know, make it a little bit easier for them. It's not because I'm getting my ass handed to me. No. That being said, though, the Venetians do have 28,000 units. They're just walking around everywhere, stack wiping Austrian stacks left and right, and it's pretty annoying, so I gotta get some provinces, and I gotta get rid of this stack here. I'm gonna have to keep my own units unified, and I did get military tech 6, so we are on par when it comes to military technology now, meaning the main difference gonna be the morale of armies, discipline, and the amount of units, I guess. And of course we got the Pazzi conspiracy, or conspiracy. Okay, that's a little bit of localization that needs to be fixed. We're gonna lose some crownlands and 1 stability, but from now on, whenever we re-elect a member of the ruling family, it's not gonna lose us any Republican tradition, so that's actually a really good buff right there, because we always lose like what, 13 Republican tradition when we re-elect our family members. Now it's a 0, boys. Okay, boys, I'm gonna go for the war taxes or allow claim bordering claims. Both of these are pretty good, but I'm gonna go for the war taxes. And I am also going to give a big thank you to Austria for helping me with my rebels. I actually was struggling quite a little bit here in the southern bits, but good guy Austria went and decided to help me out. Let's see how the Venetians are doing. Still 33,000. They're mostly sieging down Austria's capital, though. We managed to get a little bit of a foothold over here, though, so we should be fine. Because they got a lot of fortification aside from their capital, we should get the war score needed to enforce our peace deal. So I'm not too worried about getting what I want in this war from them. Also, Naples is independent. Holy schnapps. And I lost my claim. Fact. All right, they're allied to the Swiss. Ooh. They're still in the war with the Moroccans that their previous overlord had. It does mean that I have to take less provinces from the Venetians, because I would not have enough aggressive expansion left to go to take over these two provinces afterwards also, since this is 25 development alone, and Naples is a pretty significant trade city in the Genoese trade node, which I really want to get my hands on, obviously. Wait, what? The Genoese? Oh, wow. Ottomans is at war with the Pope, Genoa, and Ferrara again, and I'm guessing they're gonna fully annex what's left of Genoa this time, which I'm cool with, since Genoa already has quite a little bit of aggressive expansion with me, you know? I don't mind seeing them disappear all of a sudden. Spontaneous disappearance, let's call it. Oh my god, we finally took this freaking fort. Bro, 565 days seems like a little bit too much if you ask me. Now let's go ahead and push up their army, because we need to crush these boys. We got more morale than them by a ton, and we don't have the discipline actually. Maybe I should change this guy with the discipline. I don't have any. That's fine. It's fine. We're gonna win this, and we're gonna win it. Bro, did we just start this with a freaking 0 dice roll? And how do they get 10 discipline, man? Come on. We're still winning though. We managed to inflict a little bit of damage. They actually, it's actually pretty even. It was actually decently even. All right, let's go ahead and attack them over here now. Hopefully Austria takes back their capital before they just peace out, because they are on medium war enthusiasm since they lost their capital. Bro. Literally as I just said that. And they gave the Venetian stuff. What? Oh my god. Could I just do this and then focus on the Neapolitans? I guess I could. Oh shit, I could take 600 ducats from them. Actually, could I take Padova in this? That's not bad at all. Maybe no money and I take Verona and Padova, so I secure this entire region. Verona, Padova is actually surprisingly really good stuff here. Land-wise, really good land, I mean. Yeah, screw it. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, there you go. I just pieced you out, Venice, and you literally declared a war against Morea the second that I freaking pieced you out. What? The AI truly works in mysterious ways, guys. All right, that being said, we do have our second idea set unlocked, so of course we're gonna go for trade ideas. We pretty much need to go trade to become a trade hegemony here, right? We can get one more base production from building a marketplace in Pizza. I'm actually surprised we didn't have one already here, because, you know, this is a pretty good trade city overall for the Genoese node. Hey, we got an extra merchant, boys. All right, cool. I could use him to collect some trade from Venice. Let's see how that's gonna affect my trade situation. So we're gonna go from 13 to how much? To how much, boys? 1419? Wait, is this refreshed? 1442. Okay, it's not too bad. It's fine. Obviously, we don't have too much of a say here until we fully core up these lands, set up the trade edict and everything else. So actually, I need to build more light ships. Just realized I did not build any light ships. Let's also assign these bad boys to the Genoese node and get some more on the way. I'm actually curious to know how many wars I've been in so far that involve the Swiss. I mean, it's been a few, that's for sure. That's why I'm calling in the Savoyans too, so I can use them against the Servitors. Maybe I can give them some of their provinces. I don't mind Savoy getting a little bit bigger in the north, and then I can take their southern provinces in Italy, and I just basically let Savoy replace the Swiss. And it's time to say bye-bye, Naples, to whatever army you might have had at some point. Arrivederci, boys. Hold up a second here. That's not what's supposed to happen. happening here, boys? Let's get a general. Of course, he's got no siege pips. Oh, I didn't pay attention. No. Oh, no, 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 no. The Swiss have struck. They've destroyed my army. Let's go, Switzerland. How dare you destroy my mercenaries, eh? Don't you know these are special mercenaries? How am I not able to stack fight them here? Seriously. What kind of military alliance or military accesses did they manage to get, bro? If it was me, I would have been stacking weapons like half an hour ago already. The good side is, though, that this is less aggressive expansion than I expected. In fact, I'm confident I can do a war against the Pope and get 2 provinces to connect my lands also from them. These are 7, 8 development, very low dev. So I could take these 2. I can take Ancona and the other one later since they're higher dev. Basically, Ancona is more dev than these 2 over here together. So yeah, maybe Terracina too, since it's 7 development too. All right, we freed up our army in the south so we can merge up with the rest of the troopers and march on to the Neapolitans sieging down right now Cuneo. Shit, looks like first we got to get rid of some rebellions. Ooh, that is not bad at all. Sure, I'll get the development. Thank you very much. That was the last of the enemy troopers. They got 1,000 somewhere actually. Never mind, not the last of the enemy troopers. I'm biting my lip here and I am not taking the plus 10% goods produced and innovativeness that comes alongside it because I want to get military tech 7 so I can attack the Milanese with cannons and make that war a lot faster in the process. Well, actually, I'm going to attack the Pope. Never mind. Milan war is going to be later because I still need to take Genoa and Parma from them. Let's get me my lands, boys. Hello. All right. Nobody cares. Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. We've got more than half of the Italian peninsula now. And the best part is that we're doing this whilst also having a very strong economy, very strong army, and stable with no nation ruining whatsoever. In fact, there's barely anybody in a coalition against us too, for that matter. Speaking of, let's get more nations in said coalition against us by, you know, attacking the Pope. I am of the ready. Boom. Savoy, come in here and help me out. And let's Gucci, boys. Let's full on Gahuchi. Oh no, I actually forgot to get my claim before attacking. It's fine. It's fine. A little bit of switcheroo Uno reverse card trying to do here, Popius Maximus. Cannot let you do that, sir. I'm afraid all of this land now belong to us. Savoy's doing pretty good over here, taking out the Milanese. And what the hell is this? Wait, Trent? Oh, is Trent in the war against me? No. Oh, Trent. I think I can diplo-vassalize them, can't I? Actually, no, I could. If I got better relations with them, I could actually diplo-vassalize them. Holy schnips. Let's just improve with them after the war's over then. All right, lads, we're halfway there with this war. Unfortunately, Savoy did lose the siege on Milano because the Pope and everybody else decided to puddle up on them, and yeah, it didn't end up well for them. But hey, at least we got Trento broken down, so if we manage to take the city of Trent, then afterwards we just need to worry about Albania, Milan, and then we can actually do the peace with the Pope. And I forgot Gelre is also in this war. Jesus schnaps, man. Need I say more about my freaking luck in this game? Like, actually, dude, 78%. Come on. All right, but it does seem that Milan is willing to peace us out, so I'm gonna take that peace, a white peace, so that in 5 years I can attack them again and I can actually take provinces from them. You did this to yourself, Gelre. I did not have any intention of ever being here, but you know, you were scumbags, you helped the Pope, so I have to do it. You gotta be punished. That's just how things work here. All right, there you go. Now that you've been punished, I can get back and get rid of the Popol States from my lands, because everybody knows these are actually moi lands. And yes, in case you're wondering, I'm planning to take all of this here. Sure, a lot of the southern bits of the HRE are not happy about it, but you know what? Look at this face. Is this the face of somebody who gives a single schnabadoobs? It's not, okay? It's really not. I'm telling you now, it's not. Here goes nothing. Oh my god, we are basically all of Italy right now. It's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. All right, now Chilius Maximus, because we do have people that hate us. So Impervious Relationus and Chilius Maximus for a few years, and that's it. Well, maybe I should attack the Venetians because my truce is over with them, though. We can get another claim on them. Yeah, I mean, we can do that. Okay, Chilius Maximus, but with a small war against the Venetians. Is the only difference. Holy mother of God, we just pumped ourselves up to 23 ducats. So once we finish coring this up and changing the edicts and everything else, we're gonna get way more than that. Now, guys, remember, whenever you're building your flagship, if you're a trade nation, you want to have a light ship so you can do more trade. Then add a trade power per ship and fleet, movement speed, and Jolly Roger, just in case you want to troll people and privateer a little bit here and there, of course, which we will be doing, obviously. As I was saying, it's just the beginning, 37.5 ducats, and we still haven't even lowered the autonomy or finished constructing all of the light ships, so yeah. But it is time to attack these guys again. I'm going to be going for Treviso, Bergamo, and Brescia, and that's it. Let's Gucci, boys. Let's Shmaguda Bucci. They only have 13,000 left because they've been getting their asses handed to them by the Ottomans, who also are destroying their fleets. So go Ottomans, I guess. Cannot believe I'm saying that, but yeah. So I've come to reconsider here what I'm going to do with the Venetians, because sure, these two provinces would be cool and all, but taking the actual city of Venice is both a good meme, because the Republic of Venice does not have the city of Venice, but also it's the best city they have, and taking that would double my trade power in the Venetian node. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Let's go for that. Sure, this is now I need to transport units here via ships because I don't actually have a land connection to it, but I'll get the land connection in the next war against them, right? So it's fine. Now let's make the Ottomans our next rivals, since we can, and we're gonna need to be the defenders of Christianhood against the vile Ottobrowskis, since we are the strongest nation in this area right now. We've also finished building our fortification in Sassari. I really like this fort for a couple of reasons. First off, remember that a zone of control from fortifications lower devastation 10 times faster, so we're getting lower devastation in Corsica, which is next to Sassari, Arborea, and Cagliari. So essentially all of the islands here get lowered devastation if they do get raided by the pirates in North Africa. And the second best part is that this is also a highlands, so it's harder to take this fortification. Plus, of course, it does protect the other 3 adjacent provinces, right? Next, I'm going to do a quick cheeky war against the North Africans, just so I can start getting those colonies in North Africa, as I was talking about it before. Let's see how many troops they got. 12,000. We should be fine. We got 8. Oh, okay, 8 transports. Okay, we got to be careful in that case. Actually, you know what? Let's transfer these troops first to Cagliari, and then from Cagliari, we can transfer them to North Africa. Now, this war has been a little bit of a back and forward, but the truth is that it was fairly easy to break through their units and just take what we want to take. I'm not going to completely wipe out Tlemcen. I am going to take some provinces that I have an interest in, and I'm going to consolidate a little bit my holding in North Africa. I'm essentially trying to get most of the Tunisian provinces here so I can set up my trade company in the Tunis node, plus the province of Titeri, because it's got tit in it, but no, that's not really why. It's mostly because I'm going to release Algiers from it. And then afterwards, check it out, boys. Algiers has cores on 3 other provinces that are fairly high development, and which will help me get the rest of Tlemcen with little to no aggressive expansion in the process. Hey, we can also do this mission now. Reform the Medici Bank requires that we have 0 inflationus, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that because the truth is that I actually want this badly, since the 0.5 interest per annum and state maintenance reduction is a huge deal when it comes to snowballing in this game. That's why this mission, the Medici Bank Ledgers, is one of the strongest, even though it might not seem as so. If you know how the loan meta works in the game, it really makes a huge difference. You know what? I'm gonna sell my titles for 1,600 ducats, and then I'm back up to 20% crown loan, so I'm pretty decent overall. Not much of a difference now when it comes to increase in autonomy. And let's go ahead and release Algiers, as I was saying before. Now, because we don't have the strong duchies anymore, we do need to get it. We need to have 2 subjects to get it, so I'm going to be releasing Genoa in the province of Corsica, and I'm going to use Genoa to get back their old cores of Genoa and Albenga. Strong duchies for the time being. I was going to release Genoa earlier, but as you probably saw in the campaign, RNG is always very different, so you just gotta mold yourself on that, right? Things didn't really go according to my plans, you know? I feel like this 1,600 cash is basically enough to just build all of the workshops in Italy right now, which is amazing. Hell yeah. This is not gonna be enough to get 50% of the trade node of Tunis, so I'm gonna be attacking Tunis next also, so I can get more provinces for my trade company. But I don't want to make this video insanely long. We've basically pretty much unified most of the Italian peninsula minus a few parts in the north, which we're gonna have an easy time against, since we now have Genoa, and the most AE intensive province is by far Genoa and Milano. So we already have one of them. essentially, right? If you enjoy this campaign, you want to see it continued, you know what you need to do. And until the next time, check out this awesome Poland run. And I want to give a massive thank you to all of my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers. I would not be able to do this without all your support.